Hey everyone, this is Martin. I'm the Hungarian ambassador of OPPO, and while we are waiting for the N3 and the R5 to come in, I've got something quite exciting to show you. This is actually an exclusive video of the OPPO O-Band, and we're going to take a look at it now. So the box is exactly what you'd expect from OPPO hardware. It is clean, elegant, and apart from the back, it doesn't show much other than the OPPO logo. Flip it around and you will see some information about the product. First, it's called the O-Band Smart Wristband in Chinese, since it's really somewhere between a smartwatch and a fitness tracker. You will see that there are 5x19 LEDs which work as a display, there's a 55 mAh lithium battery, and you can see the dimensions right here. Opening up the box, you are presented with the O-Band right in your face, and it is wrapped around its charging dock, which we will come back to later. An arrow prompts you to open the bottom of the box, and if you do, you will find a user manual in Chinese which has been translated to English by the ambassadors, and your Chinese warranty information. Under that, you will get a micro USB to USB cable for charging, and that's it. Moving back to the actual device, it is wrapped around its charging dock, which houses an OPPO logo, a charging indicator, and a reset button which will factory reset your device and delete old data. The device itself is quite pretty and understated. As opposed to other smartwatches, it's actually rather discreet and nice looking. It's made up of a combination of soft touch silicone and metal. Actually, only the silicone will touch your skin, and the material feels really comfortable, so wearing it feels nice too. Metal is presented in two places, covering the display with these chamfered edges that seem to be very popular right now, and the clasp, which works on mini wrists and giant wrists as well. On the display, you will get a single button, which is your only way of interacting with the O-Band without a phone, and on the bottom you will find two holes that are used to stabilize the band on the dock, and 3 pins used for charging. The whole thing weighs around 20 grams, and it's small, light, and soft enough that you can forget that you're wearing something on your wrist. That's decidedly a different approach than what other smartwatches are going for, but I can see a lot of people who would find that attractive. It's also elegant and understated enough that you won't feel bad about wearing it in most, if not all occasions, and it will probably suit most of your outfits just fine. Since this is an accessory that you should be wearing all the time, from eating breakfast to jogging in the park, meeting people, or sleeping, that ability to blend in with your wardrobe is actually quite important. One place where you should be wearing this band though is in water. While some of the more adventurous ambassadors have tried taking showers with it and reported no issues, we couldn't find reliable confirmation about the band being waterproof. While a bit of sweat, dust, and splashing liquids don't seem to be an issue for the O-Band, you should probably be careful with it, especially when your warranty and repair options tie you to China. Anyway, color options include black and white, while the black actually seems more like a really dark blue to me. At a first glance, the O-Band reinforces what we have seen from previous OPPO products. OPPO knows their hardware. The band is good looking and feels both comfortable and sturdy. Setting up the O-Band is easy by itself and can be done in a minute. If you know Chinese, that is. The O-Band app has to be installed on your phone first, and it, together with the user manual, has been translated to English and a few other languages by the OPPO ambassadors as a hobby project. So keep in mind that you are getting what support there is from us ambassadors, not OPPO. Once you're done with pairing, you are asked to enter your personal information and to create an account at Baidu. While the app itself is translated, some server-side things are still in Chinese, and this is where complications start for people who don't speak Chinese. Happily, there's a workaround. I suggest creating a QQ account instead of a Baidu one, which can be set up in English, link to that in the description below, and then logging into your Baidu account in your O-Band using the newly established QQ account. With this setup, you should be done in under 5 minutes still, and you will later be able to reuse your QQ account for nearly all other Chinese online services. Once you're all set up, you can use your O-Band for a number of things. The most obvious thing is tapping the button shortly to display the time, pushing it again for showing your steps taken today and how many % of your daily goal you've reached, and the third push will take you to your calories. All of these should look very familiar if you have seen the Nike Fuel Band before. Thankfully, the rest of the device is unique enough so I can forgive OPPO this inspiration. There's also the option for long pressing the button, and here you can choose to switch between active and sleep mode. Unfortunately, you have to do that manually, as well as the Find My Phone feature. This lets you sound an alarm on your phone, which can be very useful if you have it somewhere in the room or bag but just can't find it quickly. Last, here is the battery indicator. You know, that 55 mAh battery, which is tiny when you think of smartphone batteries being 50 times as large as this, but it is enough to give this product ridiculous battery life. How long, you ask? I have to be honest, I don't know, and that's a good thing. I've been using my O-Band for 10 days and trust me, I've been abusing it as much as anyone ever will. Still, I only managed to drain the battery by about 30 to 40%. So while I don't have any accurate predictions, I'm fairly confident this band will last you at the very least a few weeks and probably even more than that. With the O-Band app, you first of all get a very basic interface for tracking activity and sleep. On the first screen, it basically just displays your steps, calories, and distance for the day and benchmarks them against your goal. From what I could see, there is only one goal you can set, which applies for all days in the past and the future, so don't expect to create elaborate plans using this app. You will get a log that you can watch in a daily, weekly, or monthly view though. This is my first activity tracker, and I have to say that step counting on it works surprisingly well. To what seems to my greenhorn eyes like black magic, it can tell when I'm actually making steps versus when I'm just moving around in my chair or something. Of course, it can be fooled in some situations by other rhythmical movements, but if you're just worried about the overall measure of how much you moved around during the day, then this should do pretty well. It does the basic things pretty reliably. Still, there are a lot of activity tracking features that competitors have and this band doesn't, so if you're on the lookout for more than just a casual step count log, then this band probably isn't something for you. What black magic seems to have been present during the step counting seems to have gotten completely lost during sleep tracking. When I don't forget to put the O-Band into sleep mode, it records all of my sleep as deep, and only the mornings are shown as restless or awake when I forget to switch to sports mode right away. So either I have really deep sleep, or it really doesn't capture much information other than the duration of my sleep. And I'm suspecting the second option. So, as an activity tracker, this does not seem to be too exciting so far. Step counting works just fine, and plotting history on graph works, but that's about it. Where the functionality does get more exciting to me though is with all the other things. You have already seen the Find My Phone feature, which works great for clumsy people like me. If you are on an OPPO phone, you can also use the O-Band to trigger the camera, which is great for taking selfies, multiple group photos at the time, and photos where you put your phone in weird angles. It opens your standard colorless camera app, so you can still have all the favorite features like slow shutter, beautify mode, and 50 megapixel pictures too. When you dig deeper into the settings, you will find the notification settings. Here you can first set alarms where the O-Band will vibrate to wake you up. This is probably nothing new to smartwatch users, but as a new user, boy do I enjoy it. The vibration is strong enough to wake you up, and it's a much nicer alarm than the ones that work with sound, while conveniently only waking you up and not all the people around you. You can also set your band to remind you that you are leaving the Bluetooth range of your phone, which is reassuring if you are like me and have lost multiple phones already. While I hardly ever use my phone to make phone calls, there are notifications for incoming calls that can come handy for some people. Still, it's too bad that other types of notifications like from Hangouts and other chat apps can't be displayed on the watch. Finally, there are also options to set reminders that tell you to move around a bit and to complete your goal before the end of the day. So who's this product for? Well, since it's not officially available in international markets, I'm pretty sure it's not directly aimed at any of my viewers. But if you are watching gadget reviews on YouTube, and if you've gotten this far with the video, chances are that the lack of international availability won't by itself keep you from buying a product. Even so, the O-Band strikes an unusual combination of features and looks. It's really not the best fitness tracker out there, and neither is it particularly good at tracking sleep. While the step counting itself works, and works pretty well, you can't add dietary information, set proper goals, or do anything elaborate with the data really. Sleep tracking just seems like an afterthought too. If you have high expectations on the activity tracking front, then this product is probably not for you. Instead, the remote shutter, the alarm, and the Find My Phone and Do Not Lose My Phone features are very convenient and work pretty well. Also, unlike many dedicated fitness trackers, this one shows the time and actually looks genuinely good while doing so. Surely looks aren't everything, but I do value it highly on something that I'm supposed to wear around my wrist all day, and the O-Band, according to my taste, is probably the most elegant wearable to date other than the Moto 360 and the Pebble Steel. And then there's the battery life. I would lie if I told you that I knew all the fitness trackers out in the market, but from the ones I could find that are capable of displaying the time, it's also the one that lasts the longest on a charge. If this unusual combination of features and design is something that you are interested in, then pricing and availability will be your next question. The O-Band is sold in China for 600 yuan, which equals around 100 USD or 80 euros. If you are buying internationally, you can check out vendors on AliExpress, where you can usually get it around 120 USD or 100 euros. I'll leave the link to both of them in the description of the video. That's a fair price in my opinion, not cheap by any means, but also not out of its league either. And this pricing strategy is what we've come to expect from OPPO. So the bottom line is that if you don't mind tinkering and ordering from unofficial channels, and you want a good looking smartband that you will actually want to wear every day to your outfit, and you don't care much about the actual fitness tracking other than the basic step counts, then this product is a good buy for you. That's a lot of ifs though. So that's it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see the upcoming videos of the OPPO N3 and R5 and all sorts of other videos, then subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Google Plus and on Facebook. Facebook is only in Hungarian, but all the others are in English. So thank you for watching and see you in the next one.